Hey guys, welcome back to Victory Gardens by Rain. I'm Rain and I am here. I'm very excited to share with you at a friend's house, and we're going to pull in and I'm going to show you. But first I wanted to explain to you why I am coming to you today from someone else's house. One of my desires of my heart with this channel, and the reason why I named it Victory Gardens, is because my heart is to share several different ways of how to steward the land and several different ways of how to grow food or grow flowers or natives or whatever it is that your heart's desire is. And that can't always be showcased from one person's garden. So I have connected with a couple of different people, several different people. And if you're interested in being one of those people, comment below. But I've connected with them and they have invited me to their homes and their farms so that we can share with you all the different ways that we can steward the land. So it's their perspective and how they are learning how to do it, particularly for this friend. Her name is Cindy. She is growing garlic and I'm very excited about that. So we're going to see that today. So come along with me. Hey, do a time lapse. All right, so there was Cindy. So let's get out and go see what she's got. You forgot to bring your what? Are you filming? Okay. Hi. Hey, thanks for letting us come by.
Sure. Hi.
So this is my friend Cindy.
Hi, how are you?
So Cindy, what is it that we're doing here today?
Excuse me. I'm not quite sure. Brainstorming me, I guess.
Brainstorming, that's my favorite part.
I
Thank you for
know.
letting me come out
Oh,
to see
you're
your
welcome.
place. I'm
You're
so
welcome.
excited.
Well,
So-
I got you a little present,
Oh, what is this?
at least some of them. I'm not sure. I found them over at BJ's gas station.
Oh,
I haven't
interesting.
identified, I mean, they're an oak, obviously, but
Yeah.
I haven't identified. It's not a bur oak.
No.
Excuse me, I just ate something with pepper in it. And it's not a, I don't think it's a pin oak, but it looks more like a pin oak than anything else.
Okay.
So I thought maybe you could take some, and I'll take some.
Oh, I would love to help you.
See whether
what-
we can get them.
interesting.
They were.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. I have a picture of it. It's about that size tree, maybe a little bit smaller.
Okay.
So,
So
anyway,
about 20, 30 feet.
well, maybe not quite that
Maybe
tall.
no, that's not
Maybe.
30 feet. Hold on. How many dads tall is that? Let's see, 6, 12, 14, 16, 18, about 20 feet.
I think it's probably more like 15 or so, because it's not as big. It wasn't as big as
What
that
is
maple.
this?
That's a maple,
Ooh.
red maple.
Okay. So tell me a little bit about your place.
Well, it was bought by my parents in 1955, and it was originally 187 acres. So all the blueberry farm on down to the park was land, but we were on a dirt road, and not Chapel was a dirt road.
Oh, wow.
And in my memory, it was called Hawkins Academy at that time. I've got to check it out with some people that lived there, even earlier than I did. And so it was all, been farmed in cotton. This was a stock farm. They had a pond. They had
wow.
cattle and so on. So they got it cheap. And Daddy built a house and built, this, that. and
Very
that.
cool.
So, yeah.
So your heart now is to,
Well, this is under a conservation easement. All
Okay.
of that we still own, except for the house area and so on. It's under a conservation easement of the Oconee Land Trust.
oh,
So we can farm, but we can't farm except organically.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that that's the choice. You know?
So anyway, I thought you could look at the garden and I'm thinking about putting garlic out in that little field that was on your right when it came down. Not the whole field, just that little
Yeah.
patch down there, and get enough going so that make some money for taxes and things like that. So
Oh, well, I'm excited about the garlic. That's one of the main things that and the pond.
okay,
I'm ready to go see. So show me what you got.
All right.
Let me put these in the car so I don't.
I'll put mine down too.
Oh. Ran into a tree. Wait, should we keep that in the video? Me hitting a tree.
It doesn't matter. We'll edit it later.
Okay.
Go see the pond first.
I'm still videoing.
We had otters in there not too long ago.
A what?
During the winter, the river otters. But I haven't seen any yet except that one day.
There's otters in Georgia?
There were otters, and there are otters who come and visit our pond, and they seem to have had a litter of kits up there
fun.
at some point. But you know, they're real fast, so you can't keep track of them very easily. But if you see any big circles, keep watching, and you'll see that the otters are. They just dive in and out.
Put a blanket on because I'm freezing. I didn't even think about putting a jacket on.
I should have brought a hoodie. I should
know.
have brought a better hoodie.
Well, we got a lot of janitorial, and I got some.
That's okay.
Do stuff good eventually. This was the garden that Mom and Dad had, except they didn't cut. I don't know why the deer didn't eat it because they weren't babies. So that's a little Queen Anne's lace. I was trying to
Ooh,
say
okay.
because
And this is native? The native Queen Anne's lace?
we had a lot of. Well, I think it is. We had a lot of it, and then
So do you not react to it? Okay.
not
Some
that I-
people do and some people don't.
No,
It's
I don't
interesting.
have ever thought about even reacting. But that rose, it's kind of wound up in vines right now. It's got to get trimmed out. That was the old rose. I think there are a bunch of them in town also.
They've got some beautiful rose hips on it. Can I walk?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just be careful.
So
'cause
this
it's
is
bumpy.
this is what you guys did. You came out and you put the layer of cardboard
put
down.
Several layers of cardboard. And then we went to Athens, Clark landfill, and they test their compost. So we had that. I hired some kids to put that down, but we did that ourselves. So right now it's just got garlic growing in it, except that one patch I've got poison ivy, so I've got to figure out how to get that out. But I've also got Mr. Bill's, you know, Herbert Patrick's.
Yeah.
Mr. Bill's bunching onions are growing in that last patch.
Oh, okay.
And I've
Okay.
got-
Well, let's talk about this for a second. You said this is. You think this is a what kind of rose? Well, it's got.
Well, we call it Miss Moselle now. That's honeysuckle. Right
Yeah,
there.
I was like, hold on, there's something. Okay.
This is
These
the
are
actual
gorgeous.
rose. Yeah, they're
Little-
pretty. They're pretty little,
They're
like
bright
little jewels.
red. Yeah.
And they taste kind of, well, here's one. You can have one if you want, but I mean, it's not, well, that was kind of squishy.
What do you mean taste?
Well, they're akin to the apple. They don't, they have a big pit in them.
You
but
can eat it?
You can eat it, but I wouldn't just chomp on it because there's a pit
I
in
have
there.
never thought about that. Okay.
Well, that's
Well, I
where
know
they
you
get
can have like
rose
rose
tea.
tea.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
But that's from the Rosa rugosa. And this, I don't know officially what this is.
Interesting. Okay.
Before
Well, hey.
spring comes, I've got to get all this cleared out. So,
Well, we can
but-
work on that.
well,
What is this?
that's a, well, I think the old timers called those dewberries.
Okay.
They taste okay. They were kind of blackberry, but they're very like others from run across. So I try to get rid of them as much
Okay.
as I can.
So-
So my thought was that I would.
Jackson, go on that side and film us this way so they can hear us. Don't step. Whoop. Look,
Yeah.
see where the beds are right here? This
Yeah.
is the aisle. Yep. So go
Put some more
across.
cardboard
Wherever we're
down so
at,
it
go
will.
across.
So,
So, how many rows do you have here?
rows of,
The garlic one?
I don't know. I put it on the little tree.
Okay. This
Several.
is nice.
Mm-hmm.
You have beautiful soil.
Well, that's all the compost. So it's $20 a metric cubic ton, so cubic yard, excuse me. So that's about a 3/4 of a ton, I think. So I got the Merveille, the Saison, or whatever oh no, I'm sorry, that's Merlot lettuce right there.
Oh yeah,
And it's made it through all the freezes.
This is gorgeous, and you got some Rebecca right here.
Mm-hmm. And
Some
those
yarrow.
Yep. So that'll get divided up for the garden club, and that's impossible. No, obedient plants. See, I think those little.
Oh,
guys,
right here's the obedient.
Or the obedient plants. and
Oh
I'll
yeah,
be
did
able
you get
to
that from
pop those
Marcia?
up. Mm-hmm.
I love her.
Yeah, I do too. But anyway, I was thinking I would put the hydrangeas and things over in a bed here,
Okay.
just so I'd have something.
Well, I'm a big fan of mixing in beautiful with practical.
Well, and I wanted to, the things that the deer will eat, which they will just mow hydrangeas down to the ground. So,
Yeah.
and on the outside, the reason I left all the goldenrod, and the birds have been doing this. They eat them for winter, and then when I get bees again, that's their fall food.
So you
crop.
plan on bringing in hives?
Well, I've got high bodies. I just need the bees, but not this year. I've got to do one thing at a time. So out there, so I'm going to bring that rosemary plant in here probably and so on. I just moved it over from the other place. And I'll weed whack this outside, and then I'm going to let it grow up as a pollinator garden.
I love
add
it.
some
That'll be
plants and so on.
beautiful. You know, a lot of people mistake goldenrod, like their allergies,
For ragweed, yeah.
for ragweed.
I'm sorry.
Ragweed, yeah.
Yeah, I posted on that because ragweed's teeny tiny. And
It's a big difference. I actually used that video to show a friend of mine. I
Did
was like,
you?
girl, you're not allergic to this.
You're allergic to that. That was huge ragweed.
Yes,
But the
yeah.
little ragweed is, it looks just like it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, I see a Nandina bush over there. I'm going to have to get out too.
Nandina. That was look, Jackson.
Heavenly bamboo.
Nandina is the name of that bush in front of my house that I'm going to get rid of. I couldn't think of it my other video. When you watch the previous video, Nandina is the name of that bush that I'm going to burn with a fiery torch.
Like
well,
the
it's beautiful.
like in the Bible.
Like in the Bible.
In the Bible. Maybe not quite that extreme, but well, it was from my granddad's yard, and I don't know why it didn't spread for years and years and years and years, and then all of a sudden,
There it
privet
is.
and Nandina have been all over.
They're beautiful, but they are so invasive. So I
Yeah.
see you have some mint here, or is this lemon balm?
That's lemon balm,
This is lemon balm.
which I've chopped off quite often.
Do you mind if I get some of this when you divide
I
it?
don't mind a bit, but before
Okay.
born, it goes all over.
Yep. Oh, here's more of that berry.
Yeah, and it roots.
Okay.
I'll have to get my gloves out to pull all that out. And we've got
Well, we'll do it together. I can come
okay,
help
well,
you.
that's fine. There's bed straw. You know what bed straw is?
Bed straw. What?
It's not real obvious until it gets bigger, but I think this is bed straw. This may not be bed straw. I guess it's not.
Oh, I thought this was that sticky weed.
Yeah, I think it was like bed straw.
This
It was a weed that they used for
Chickweed?
mattresses,
No.
supposedly,
Oh, really?
back in the
Interesting.
day, because it kind of
Oh, yes, baby.
in the corner over there. See, so
Yucca.
yeah, we planted.
Like
I
the-
planted it a long time ago, like the you see out in the woods, and it's. My sister really tried to get it out, and it's just not getting out.
No, that's-
she put salt on it and all kinds of things.
Oh, wow.
So I'm thinking I may put a barrier down around it.
Well, you know that's edible.
Yeah, I do know it's edible.
So how would we harvest it? If we could harvest it to eat it,
Well,
then
it's
you can get it
the
out
roots,
somehow.
yeah.
So we got to figure that out,
You
I
can
guess.
also make thread and stuff out of the leaves, and so it's very
yeah.
useful plant.
Yeah,
This stuff,
but you just
that
don't want it in
ferny
that
stuff,
spot.
Well, I just don't want it to spread. I don't care if it stays like this.
So this is what you're talking about. So this is
That stuff, I don't
this
know.
is her rows of garlic planted right here. So you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 prepared compost beds. Okay.
I don't want to raise it professionally in here. I'm just trying to get the seed going, and
Yeah.
So we can walk out and I'll show you.
So I love this whole system that she has, and this is very close to the Back to Eden. I guess they name it Back to Eden. But really, essentially, what she did to prepare these beds was she laid down a lot of cardboard because this is an established pasture field. It was, she has mentioned earlier, it was your parents' garden from like
way long time ago, but
way long time ago.
Got overgrown.
Yeah, so it had gotten overgrown, and so what she did is she just layered it up and then put compost on top and planted her seed garlic right down into this compost.
About 4 to 6 inches.
About-
depending on how big. Like this broader leaf is it's either elephant garlic or the what we're calling a homestead garlic. Because if you noticed on the way down here,
Is it upside down?
I think so. I don't know.
P-O-D-O.
Oh, cloves. That's supposed to be
Cloves. Okay, I see.
And I thought the permanent marker would stay, but it did not. So
You know what? Next time I come over, I can bring my label maker, and it's
Okay, well,
weatherproof.
okay.
And I've got tags.
I
that
have some tags also that I bought. So
Yeah.
I'll just have to. I did also
yeah,
put
yeah,
it
the
on a
ones for-
chart.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. See, that's smart. Charting
yeah.
is something I just don't do, and
So-
it's bad.
But that stuff, if you can, on the fence there, kind of ferny. It's very pretty, but it is really invasive.
So, do you know what this is?
I do not.
Interesting.
Don't take it home with you.
Oh, no. I just was. It looks.
I mean, it's very fern-like. If you turn the leaf over, you'll
It's
see
got the
some
spores.
little spore-like things.
Yeah.
And it also, and you find it all over the yard, here and there.
Interesting.
I've got a grove of nandina over there by the oak tree. I need to get out.
Oh, Nandina. Oh, Nandina is not my friend.
It's supposed to be heavenly dangerous.
It is not heavenly. It'd be spreading. So,
I guess the
this is the lettuce that you had said earlier, right?
Merlot, like the wine color,
Merlot. And this is Mr. Bill's walking onions.
bunching onion.
Bunching onions. Okay. Oh, how lovely. I love this space. Absolutely love it.
I do too. And these are the vineyards I'm leaving until next year to see what comes up.
Is this the just a seed variety that you had gotten, like a mixed variety?
Well, I took all the seed I had and just kind of sprinkled it around.
Oh, I
here.
love it.
So I don't
love
know
it.
exactly what I've got, but
It looks like you have a lot of seed heads on here.
yeah, there's still some seed heads on there, and I've got some inside that I collected. So.
I was able to, from the old homestead, I saved the polar bear, big white ones. You remember the big white ones?
And one of those over there is kind of like a Shasta daisy almost, except that it's sort of a salmon color.
Yeah. Ooh, so pretty. Oh, I think I remember pictures of that. That was so pretty. So this is just beautiful, this whole situation. So this is city compost from Athens that is tested. So that is a good resource if you guys are looking for a resource for compost. You can go to your local city, what is it,
Landfill.
Landfill, thank you. And get a natural resource there. And the great thing is that it's tested.
Yes, and they will give you the information if you ask for it. So.
What's this?
And then I've got the
Oh, you have a bulb.
yeah, I think that I must have dropped that. It's like a single garlic. You know, when you put the like the elephant garlic, those little corms
Cloves?
that are on
Oh,
the
okay.
side,
Oh,
they turn
okay.
into this. So
Oh,
I'll have to plant
interesting.
it in my Katie cat keeps anointing this one, but maybe if I put it in there, it'll grow. Anyway, so we'll see.
Just gonna plant it and see. You grow, baby. You grow.
Yep. So I didn't plant any of the corms this year, but you're supposed to plant them, and the first year they come up with that large clove, single clove or head, and then the second year they go into divide into cloves.
So you don't harvest the first year of elephant garlic?
Well, I think you can, but if you take the corm, not the clove, but the corm. Do you know what corms
The
are?
bottom.
No, the little
or the little things
tiny-
that grow on the
little tiny-
side. Yeah, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm there.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not
If you
familiar with bulbs at all. Like I really, that's where I need to grow.
No, I don't know too much either. So if you take that and you put them in the ground, my understanding from YouTube, which is where all my knowledge comes from,
Yay.
except about English, I can tell you that.
She is a teacher, which I love that about her because her heart is just so focused on teaching anything that she knows. Like as soon as she finds it out, she wants to share and spread and let other people's learn it. And I love that so much about you.
Oh, well, thank you. I enjoy doing it. I've had people comment on that about you're a born teacher. I'm thinking, I don't know
for
about
sure,
that.
100%.
Anyway.
I second whoever said that.
Okay, so well, maybe we could turn this off for a minute. We'll
Sure.
walk out and look at where I'm thinking about putting the garlic commercially. I actually got this mostly to do a vegetable garden.
Yeah.
But we'll walk right around here and I've got some posts and stuff. Have you ever done a double deer fence?
I have not.
I had one. And
Okay.
It worked great.
Well, let's pause
So-
here and we'll go check out what's next.
I was asking Rain about her advice about putting a garden out in this area. She'll show you in a minute as an extension to my bigger garden because I want to grow food for myself and be able to preserve it and everything. Excuse me. And I have a lot of shade in that other garden, so I'm gonna have to find some veggies that'll grow in the shade, which is rare.
Oh,
But
we'll
there
find
are
them
a
though.
few.
We'll
There
find
are a
them. Lots of
few.
herbs. Lots of herbs will grow in the
yeah.
shade.
And some lettuces.
lettuces,
and things like
for
that,
sure.
especially in the summer and the hot
Yep.
Georgia sun. So
And those are really good. Lettuce is really good as like a cut and come again, and you can just constantly harvest. So it's like a one plant,
yeah,
one planting situation.
permaculture.
Yes, love permaculture.
So
If I can't even say the word, I can't even say it.
permaculture.
So this spot right here
Yeah,
is what we're talking about. So this is a spot that Cindy wants to put her food garden so that she can, because her goal is also similar to mine, to where we want to feed ourselves and feed our families good whole grown food, organic, that is
Right.
nice and right
And
outside.
we can explain someday why that's a good thing. If
Yeah.
you are
Oh,
doubtful.
we get real heated, like not heated, but we get real passionate
Intense,
about why you should grow organic. But the space here we were just discussing is, let's see, so it's south. So where we're standing, let's see, I'll let you talk,
Okay, so if we look back towards the garden,
which is behind
that's
us
behind us.
for
So
perspective.
a while back, I had a double deer fence, and that's hardware cloth that's up about 30 inches, and then you have 2 rows of it about 30 inches apart. It may be 36, but whatever the width of the hardware cloth is. And then I had a bunny at the time, and he patrolled through and kept it all cleaned out till the bamboo invaded. Even he wouldn't eat that. So,
The bamboo.
but that's what I'm thinking about for right here, and maybe keep chickens in the run, or at least
I'm
have
voting
it-
for chickens. I want her to get chickens.
at least have it in the beginning so I can run a weed whacker through it and so on. It's not really too hard to do, and the deer never jumped over that fence. They never did.
So the idea behind that is that the deer, she was sharing with me earlier, is that the deer don't like to jump over a obstacle unless they can meet their landing, like if they can make their landing safely.
If they can
Because
see it.
deer see first, how do you say that?
Movement,
No,
depth perception.
no, like just on the side. They can't see straight ahead.
Okay.
They can see just on the side, and so if they can turn their heads and see it,
Lateral vision.
thank
or-
you. Yeah. So the double fence is an incredible idea. I like
Yeah,
that.
so-
So
Well, it's not my original idea, but you can find Mother Earth News has a version of it in several places. I don't even remember where I found out about it, in California somewhere.
it just sticks.
Yeah.
Good information sticks.
Yes. So that would expand the gardening area into the sun is the main thing.
Yeah. And this is a great space. So we were talking about, if I'll look up here. So directly in front of us is east and that is west. And so the sun would go all the way across. She has this one pine tree right here because we're in Georgia and we have pines coming out of our ears. And so that it is not alive. So we are going to wait for some resources to come in and be able to take care of that. But in the meantime, it is, because it doesn't pine out, she's going to have plenty of sun in this space and be able to be super creative. And this is, I would say, how big of an area do you think this is? Probably like, 100.
20 square feet or 30, well, probably close to 100 square feet, I'd think, by the time you,
Girl, that's more than that.
maybe more
maybe?
than that.
Yeah, we'll measure
Or
it out and
30,
get some
anyway.
some real specs
Somewhere,
going.
at least 100.
Yeah, and so we'll probably implement high intensity planting so that she can get a lot of food in a small spot. We'll probably do some companion plantings, of course, because you want it to be lovely, right? We want to grow pretty
Yes,
gardens.
I've always loved having flowers
Yes.
and things, and with the other.
And then so we'll sit down and we'll discuss what kind of food that you want to grow and whether you want to, because you discussed doing most some perennials.
Yeah, and I want to have pretty much heirloom, or at least
Open pollinated.
Open pollinated.
Yeah. And we're actually going to scheme together. This is my scheming partner right here. And we're going to scheme together a seed swap for like a local seed swap that I'm hoping to host at my homestead. And so, because my heart is, we shouldn't really have to invest a lot into growing food, because when you connect and you have a community, like her heart, she was really smart and really understands garlic, and she's learning and she's investing in that. I have no idea how to grow garlic, believe it or not. And so if she can pour into that, I can grow tomatoes like there's nothing. I've got so many seeds. I've probably got like
really good place
40 different varieties of just cherry tomatoes, which is, and I can't grow all that.
And then I don't get them planted.
Yeah, so we can share and we can invest in each other's space and
Help
work
each other
together.
plant
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
That's our heart.
Yeah, so we're going to walk over, we're going to turn the camera off in a second and walk over to where I'm thinking about putting the commercial, quote unquote. Now, this is very loose because I'm
just
72
scheming.
and I'm not
scheming,
going to run a farm forever. So what I'm trying to do is get enough garlic to make a little market garden so that I can sell that garlic in the fall.
Yeah.
And it grows in the winter. It survived last winter when we got down to 8 degrees.
And the Arctic blast and the ozone burn. That was crazy.
And then it got a little bit burned, but that was it. And the elephant garlic did. The regular garlic didn't even phase it. It got a little tiny brown at the end of the tips. So I know
it's doing excellent.
And so it really did very well. And I just have had some personal things that I've not really pushed that. So this year I'm planning on getting the extension agent out, and Rain's out, who's kind of an extension agent. And we're going to do something about this field. I've got a friend that's going to cut the field for me and plow if I need to.
So we're going to bring you guys along and just kind of, you can help us pray, you can help us scheme if you want to. Comment down below if you have any ideas, and just kind of watch the journey as we go through, right?
That's right.
Okay, let's see what's going on. All right, so we're out here. We came down a trail. Can you? Where's
Used
the
to be
trail?
an old fire break.
So it's kind of like right there-ish, right? Yeah. I don't know. You can't really see, but it was fun little adventure through the woods. But it's not far at all from the area that we were just at. It was just a little bit harder to navigate and hold a camera, so you got paused. All right, so now we're gonna swing around here. And boom!
Woohoo!
She's got, so you have a total of how much acreage here?
I have 95 acres.
95. How awesome is that?
Most of which is in a conservation easement. So, but I can grow things as long as I grow organically. So the idea here is to take what I've learned in the smaller garden and apply it to growing garlic out here. So I'll have to get somebody to mow, which I've already got a friend that's going to do that.
Yay, community.
Possibly plowed. I've got to think about that. But we'll use the same method of putting down cardboard to occlude the weeds. That means you're blocking the sun. So the weeds don't grow.
Or we can use chickens.
Well,
we can make chicken tractors.
We could do that too.
Chicken tractors.
I'm not bad with chicken tractors. So anyway, to just start in the middle here and then maybe add a row each year. Make them longer than the other garden, but have breaks in them so you're not tempted to step on them, because ground not stepped on grows a lot better.
Right, compaction. We don't want that. So if you guys can see this pole right here in the back, it is, this area that she's talking about is about the size, roughly, in my guesstimation, that's so professional, the size of a football field is what we're thinking.
A little bit less.
A
but
little
anyway.
bit less. And what we had discussed was planting one bed, like she said, letting that grow for the year, and then succession planting as we go along, so that she can get a rotational crop going and a everlasting crop, honestly.
Well,
is
yeah.
our goal here.
So my goal is to grow things that I can sell at a farmer's market for a few months in the fall. And then, so everlasting straw flowers and things like that would be good. Or,
That would be
or
fun.
seedlings that people
I
could
think
grow.
so. I think that seedlings would be really good, actually, because you can start them in the ground.
Yeah, or you
Ooh,
could
that's
put them
an
in
idea.
a hoop house or
Sure
something.
enough. Yeah.
So,
So we'll figure that
we're
out. But
brainstorming.
yes.
Woo!
So I think we feel good about what we've talked about so far. Okay. Well, I'm going to turn the camera off. We're going to go ahead and sign off today, because we're going to walk back in through the woods, and I want to visit for a minute
Okay.
before we have to go. It's so cold. I should have worn
Chilly,
like
yes, it's
a
chilly.
whole get up. I didn't. But thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Thank you for coming along with me to my friend Cindy's house and seeing her victory garden. And I'm really excited about seeing how it progresses and what you decide to do, and how we can come along together and do it, because I love the idea of having victory gardens together.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Me
All right.
too.
So you guys,
Okay.
I hope you have a blessed day. And if you have any ideas or anything, just comment below. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit the notification button, so if there's a video that comes out, you're the first to know. Have a blessed one. Bye.